I'm going back to back. I'm getting crazy today. Okay. So this is our last lesson, LG-10. And this is still graphing inequalities. Only right now what we're doing is graphing a system of inequalities. Okay. So a system of inequalities, two or more linear inequalities in the same variables. So what does that mean? It means that you have something like y is greater than x plus 3 and something like y is less than or equal to 4x plus 2. Okay, so this has a y, this has a y, this has an x, this has an x. So they have the same variable, but it's a system, so there's more than one inequality. Solution to system of linear inequalities. Ordered pair that is a solution to each inequality in the system. So just like we did solutions to systems of linear equations, linear inequalities, same thing, has to make both true, okay? And then the graph of a system of linear inequalities, graph of all solutions to the system of linear inequalities. So this is when you get to shade a whole bunch of stuff. So you would draw the line, dashed or dotted, and then you shade or solid and shade, okay? So I'm just gonna look for another pen here really quickly. How do I not have any? All right, okay. So reminder of inequality things, okay? So when you have an inequality and you have this sign, okay, that means you have an open dot and a dotted line. Okay, when you have an inequality and you have this sign, it means you have a closed dot and a solid line. Solid line here, solid line here. Okay, that's the easiest way that I've always remembered. Next, when you are at this last step, okay, this step right here, if you multiply or divide by a negative, divide by a negative, you flip that inequality. Okay, so that's one thing that you're gonna forget probably. That's okay. Okay, so let's hit it. We're gonna first graph system of inequalities. All right, I'm gonna have two colors. First one is this color. This is the first line I wanna graph. It says y is less than 1/2 x plus 2, okay? If this were a line, same exact thing. I'm gonna cover the slope, and it says to start at y is 2, positive 2. So I would start here. Here's y is 2. My slope, my m, tells me how to move. It is rise, how much you move up, and then how much you move over. So I get rise 1 over to the right 2. Rise 1, right 2. Okay, so I have this. The next thing I have to do is decide what type of line I have. So I'm missing an equal to sign here, so I'm missing portions of my line. So this is a dashed line. Okay. Alrighty. Now, third step is shading. So you have to shade the solution set. So this says y is less than. So if I travel down my y-axis, I hit my y, and it tells me y is less than. So where on my graph are less, or y values less than where I am? Well, they're all down here. Okay, excellent. Here's the second one. That one's done. Okay, so I'll do this one in this color. So the first thing I'm going to do is graph it, of course. So if I want to plot this, I cover the slope, and it says y is, I start when y is 5. So here I go. So y 1, 2, 3, 4, here it is. Y is 5 right here. Okay, took care of where I begin. My m tells me how to move. So it says -2. Don't forget this, it's over 1. So I get to go down 1, down 2, to the right 1, down 1, down 2, to the right 1, down 1, down 2, to the right 1. Okay, got my points. Now I just have to decide what type of line it is. Okay, solid line here, solid line here. Choo-choo. Okay, so here's my line. Okay, and now I have to shade. So this says y is greater than or equal to. So here I go down my y-axis. I hit my y value on my y-intercept, and it says y is bigger than. So where are the y values bigger than? Well, they would all be up here. So you would shade up this way, all on the side of the line. Okay. All right, where is the solution set? Well, the solution set is where both of these cross. So here we go. We're going to put a big S, okay? And where the double crosshatch happens is where your solution is, okay? So it says pick a test point in the shaded region and make sure that it's a solution. So I'm going to remember from yesterday's video, choose something that's in the middle. So not something close to this line, not something close to this line, somewhere right in the middle. So I think I'm going to test this one right here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 2. Test point, 3, 2. And I'm going to check it in both. So y is less than 1/2 x plus 2 on this side. Y is greater than or equal to negative 2x plus 5 on this side. Okay, I'm just going to plug in and see what happens. So y is 2. So 2 is less than 1/2 3 plus 2. Okay. So this would be 3/2, which is 1.5 plus 2. So 2 is less than 3.5. For sure. Okay, so now let's check it in this one. Same thing. So y is 2, greater than or equal to negative 2, x is 3 plus 5. Okay, simplify down. So 2 is greater than or equal to negative 6 plus 5. Okay, so 2 is greater than or equal to negative 1. Is that true? True. Okay, so since it made both of my inequalities true, this is the solution. Makes sense because it's in the crosshatch. Okay. Alrighty, so another one that you could see, something like this. There are 3 here, okay? There are 3 lines here, but easy peasy lemon squeezies, okay? So the first one, oh, my game. You see this? This is like a little, it's like a little game. I don't know. It goes in my ruler. That's how cool I am, okay? So graph the system. The first one we're going to graph is y is less than or equal to 5. So I'm going to go where y is equal to 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here it is. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is determine what type of line this is. So I see a solid line under that equal to sign, so that means I have a solid line on my graph. Boom. Okay. Alrighty, and then the last thing I'm going to do is shade. So this is y is less than or equal to 5. So y is less than. So I travel down my y-axis. Here's my y. Y values that are less than this are all down here. So it would be all down this way. Okay. Oh, to remind ourselves, I did this one in black. I'm going to do this one in green. Okay, so x is less than 4. We've already seen x is less than 4, but I will start when x is 4. So here's my 0. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I got a point, and now I have to decide what line type. So less than, well, it's missing something down here, so that means the line is missing something. So that means it's a dotted line. Okay. Okay, and now I have to shade. So it says y is less than, or x is less than 4. So here's my x-axis. I go to when x is 4. I get my x-intercept here. And where is x less than 4? Well, less is always left. So I'm going to shade this way. Okay. These turn into a little bit of a mess, but that's okay. All right, and the third one. So y is greater than or equal to negative 2x plus 2. Okay, so this is an mx plus b graph. So I cover my slope, and it tells me to start at y is positive 2. So here's 0, here's 1, here's 2. Okay, so I started where I began, and then my slope tells me how to move. So it says negative 2, okay, over 1. So that means I go down 2 to the right 1, down 2 to the right 1, down 2 to the right 1. Okay, I got some points. Now I have to decide what type of line. Solid line here, solid line here. Okay. Now, I'm not done. I have to shade. So this says y is greater than or equal to, okay? Travel down my y-axis. Here I am, y-intercept. What y values are greater than this one? Oh, well, all the y values up here. So anywhere above this line. Oh, gosh, it's kind of hard to see, But the solution is where all of these things cross. So it's going to be somewhere right in here, because this is the x, this is the y, and then this is the slanty. So let's pick a point and try it just to confirm ourselves. So I'm going to pick this point right here. So that is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm doing 2, 4. Okay, and I got to check it in all three. So y is less than or equal to 5, x is less than 4, y is greater than or equal to negative 2x plus 2. Because if it fails in one of these, it fails the system, okay? All right, so here's my x, here's my y. This is only asking me for y. So 4 is less than or equal to 5. True. X, okay, well, my x value is 2. 2 is less than 4. True. Okay. Y is greater than or equal to negative 2x plus 2. Okay, so my y is actually a 4, greater than or equal to negative 2. X is 2 plus 2. All right, so we got a little bit of math to do. So 4 greater than or equal to negative 2 times 2 is negative 4 plus 2. 4 is greater than or equal to negative 4 plus 2 is negative 2. Oh, baby, this is true. Okay, so it works. It was in the solution set. All righty, so last one here. Yep, because on the back is now you try. Okay, so this one, a little bit different, okay? I actually have to do some work here. Because if we notice, neither one of these are already in slope-intercept form or y equals mx plus b form. I thought I had to sneeze. Excuse me. Sorry. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is graph this. All right, I'm going to try and get y by itself. So I'm going to cover it. What I notice here is that this x does not have a sign in front of it, so therefore it's a plus. So if I want to move it to the opposite side of the equal sign or the inequality, I have to use the opposite sign. So minus 2x, minus 2x. Line, start back from the beginning after you draw your line. This cancels. Minus y comes down. Okay, still y is not by itself. Okay, I have a negative 1 hanging out in front of this thing. Got to get rid of it. So divide by negative 1 to everything. Okay, and then what am I left with? Y. Okay, oh my gosh. This inequality, I just divided by a negative on my last step. That means I have to flip. Okay, so y is less than. Negative 3 divided by negative 1 is positive 3. Negative 2 divided by negative 1 is a positive 2x. Okay, let's graph it. So y is less than 3 plus 2x. So this is now y equals mx plus b. I cover my mx, and it tells me to start when y is 3. So I'm going to go up to 3 on my y-axis. Okay, and then I'm going to now use my slope to move. Remember, I'm over 1. There's nothing there. So that means rise 2, run 1, rise 2, run 1, rise 2, run 1. Drop 2, left 1, drop 2, left 1. Okay, so I got some points. Now I have to determine the line type, okay? So my line type, I have stuff missing down here. I'm missing the equal to, so that means I'm missing portions of my line. So that means it's dashed. Okay, not done yet. I have to shade. So y is less than. Okay, so that's where I'm going to travel down my y-axis. I'm going to get to my y-intercept, and I'm going to think to myself, where are the y values less than where I'm standing right now? Well, less is lower, so it's all of these down here. Okay, Done. Okay, so next one won't be as difficult. Okay, so, but still, what's happening here is I cover my y because I don't want to touch that yet. And I want to move this 4x to the opposite side of the inequality. So that means I have to do the opposite sign. And I didn't see anything, so I'm going to put a plus sign there just to remind myself that it's a plus 4x. And to move a plus 4x, I want to minus that. So minus 4x. Okay, did an operation. I go back to the front and cancel. Bring down y less than 5 minus 4x. Okay, I'm in y equals mx plus b form. Good. That means I'm good to go. So I'm going to cover my slope and how I move. And the b tells me where to begin. So it says begin when y is 5. So y is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here I am. My slope, remember it's over 1 if there's nothing written underneath it. And it says move down 4, down 1, down 2, down 3, down 4, and then to the right 1. Down 1, down 2, down 3, down 4, to the right 1. Okay, I have points. Now I have to figure out what type of line it is. Okay, all right. Well, I'm also missing an equal sign here, so this is missing portions of its line. So I have a dashed line. I just watched that YouTube show Dash and Lily, so or not YouTube, Netflix. So now every time I hear Dash, I think of that boy. Okay, so this says y is less than. So I'm going to travel down my y-axis to my y-intercept and my pink line, and it says y is less than. Okay, well, where is y less than where I am right now? Oh, it's down. Okay, so it's all of this stuff down here. Okay. Solution set. Where that hashtag solution. Is that cool? No? Okay. So here we go. The solution set is where they cross. And I'm going to state a solution to this system. And I'm going to use 0, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to use 0, -3. Okay. Perfect. So that's that. The back are some now you tries, and you can move right into your homework. Have a good day.